published in 1998, On the Occasion of My Last Afternoon is a historical novel penned by Kaye Gibbons, an American author. The story revolves around Emma Garnet Tate Lowell, an elderly woman who narrates the events of her life on what she hopes will be her final day. The novel spans the 19th century and delves into the historical backdrop of the American South. It begins with Emma's turbulent childhood on a plantation owned by her abusive father and follows her journey through marriage to a Yankee doctor and their joint efforts in tending to the wounded during the Civil War. While Kaye Gibbons is known for her contemporary novels depicting Southern life, such as the renowned 1987 work Ellen Foster, On the Occasion of My Last Afternoon marks her first foray into historical fiction. The novel garnered a mixed reception from critics, who praised its intricate historical detail but perceived the psychological aspects as overly dramatic, as noted by Kirkus Reviews. As the year 1890 approaches, Emma Tate Lowell finds herself on her deathbed, yearning to reunite with her beloved husband, while her mind reminisces over the tapestry of her life. Her thoughts settle on an event that happened when she was 12, and which irrevocably set her direction in life. 12-year-old Emma is in the kitchen of her family home, helping Clarice, one of the family's black slaves, to make sausages. Her father Samuel comes staggering through the door. He is covered in blood and unhinged, but it is not he who has been hurt. He bellows that he did not mean to kill the nigger. His raving is interrupted by Clarice, who gently prompts him to clean himself up, without helping him to do so. Clarice is the only woman he would allow a riposte, to tell him how to manage an affair. When he is clean, she orders him to go upstairs and dress and not wake the twins. With Emma at her side, Clarice investigates. She learns that Samuel has cut the throat of one of his slaves for daring to talk back to him. Two traumatized field hands stand vigil over the corpse while Clarice, in command, directs them to cover the lifeless body and perform a ritual intended to banish the ghost of the deceased. This scene serves as a pivotal moment in Emma's coming-of-age journey. Hidden nearby, Emma overhears Clarice confide in another slave, revealing her knowledge of stories about Mr. Tate when he was what he was before he became what he is. These words stir within Emma a newfound concern about her family's complicity in the slave system and the potential for justified retribution from the enslaved individuals they own. Emma realizes that actions have consequences and that they have a way of returning to haunt those responsible. Emma also gains a deeper understanding of her mother's situation. Alice, her beloved mother, is absent from the plantation during the murder, seeking temporary solace with friends on another plantation, having fled from her oppressive husband. Emma perceives her mother as a woman whose spirit is broken on a nightly basis. Following the murder, Emma resolves to align herself with what is right, despite her inherent involvement as a member of a slaveholding family. She begins to differentiate between the enslaved individuals owned by her family, observing their distinct qualities in their faces, posture, and voices, much like she would recognize anyone along the James River. Furthermore, Emma dedicates herself to apprenticing under Clarice, a formidable woman responsible for managing the household. Emma bows respectfully when Clarice issues orders in the presence of other slaves, demonstrating that at least one member of the Tate family holds respect for a person of African descent. The primary challenge for Clarice and Emma lies in managing Samuel Tate himself. Samuel, a self-made man, collects valuable artwork and studies Latin to conceal his humble origins. He harbors disdain for his children, viewing them as tainted by their lineage, including his eldest son, Whately, a sensitive and intellectual boy whom Samuel deems a failure and treats with particular cruelty. Constantly threatening to disinherit Whately, Samuel's intentions are thwarted when Whately himself rejects the inheritance. Defiantly, he proclaims, "I do not think I will ever live here. If I take up your living, I will take up your Negroes. Thank you though." Instead of following his father's path, Whately chooses to pursue his love for literature, igniting a similar passion within Emma. She acknowledges that without her brother's influence, she wouldn't have discovered the solace of books, a sanctuary to retreat to in times of pain. This decision enrages Samuel further, as he desires his daughter to embody femininity rather than embrace scholarly pursuits. At the age of 17, Emma encounters Quincy Lowell at a dance. Defying societal norms, she exhibits audacity by revealing her bare foot to him, ostensibly to prove that her delicate slippers fit perfectly. Quincy, a doctor and scion of the Boston Lowells, captures Emma's heart. Samuel's fury reaches its peak when he learns of his daughter's intention to marry a Yankee. In his anger, he curses her unborn children. Emma and Quincy settle in Raleigh, North Carolina, but not before emancipating Clarice and offering her fair wages for her services. Their years together are filled with genuine happiness, as they share a profound love. They are blessed with 3 daughters who become constant reminders of Quincy's presence. However, the outbreak of the Civil War alters their lives dramatically. Driven by his unwavering dedication to his medical profession, Quincy establishes a field hospital to tend to the wounded soldiers, despite his personal disdain for the cause they fight for. As casualties increase, Quincy's workload becomes overwhelming, and Emma willingly joins him in his humanitarian efforts. Their home evolves into an extension of the hospital, with the piano even serving as an improvised operating table. Quincy exhausts himself under the grueling conditions and falls ill, eventually succumbing to his sickness. Emma spends the remainder of her life mourning her beloved husband, finding solace in the presence of their 3 daughters, who embody Quincy's spirit. Despite the sorrow, she remains grateful for the lasting memories of their love. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.